So periodically within my design club, I provide a list of the top selling digital designs to sell on Etsy within the creative space. And the product that I'm going to talk about today has always been consistently in the top 10. I'm talking about the 40-ounce laser tumbler wraps. So if you've ever tried to create these, you usually have to create them in something like Illustrator because they are typically SVG files. However, with Kittle's new update, it is now super easy to create truly vector files that we can make our 40-ounce designs with. If you are new around here, I am the owner of Bailey Design Co., a 7-figure digital design shop on Etsy, and I now teach others how to create the same types of shops on this channel and in my online communities. So over here in Etsy, these are the types of designs that I'm talking about. So it is typically an SVG file. So it's not something like sublimation where it's all bright and colorful like I usually teach on this channel. It is something like this, and the color that you're seeing depends on the type of stainless steel or colored steel that it has underneath the coating. So I'll show you how to mock that up with different types of colors once we finish our design. As you can see, these types of designs are really popular, but a lot of people stayed away from them because, again, it required being able to create an SVG file. So first we need to grab our size. So in my sizing guide, I have all of the most popular digital design products that I usually teach for, and the size that we want to grab is this, which is 317 by 237 millimeters. If you do want a copy of this size guide, just be sure to join my group. It's called AI Pixels to Profit. It is a free group over here on the school platform, and this design guide or design sizing guide is included in here along with a bunch of other trainings and prompts. To find the sizing guide, just type in sizing guide and it will be listed in here. So over here in Kittle, we're going to go ahead and set our artboard to that 317 by 237 millimeters. So we'll switch that right here, and then click create. So it's basically just a rectangle type of a canvas. And so next we're gonna go over here to Kittle AI, and this is where they have updated their vector suite. So clicking on image generation is what we want to do, and then we're gonna type in a very basic prompt here. So really all I've put in is a cat, a rose, and some butterflies. Now the next part is important. We do need to make sure that we are clicking on a vector style here, and the one that I like to use is the coloring book prompt. Then I'm just going to click on generate image. Okay, so now it's generated our image, and if you double click on the image, you're going to see all of the little nodes, which is what you would see in something like Illustrator. What this does is give us full control to go ahead and morph these into any different type of pattern or location that we want to. So let's just say I want to move some of these butterflies for whatever reason to a different part of the design. All I need to make sure that I do is just make sure that I've double clicked it, and then all I'm doing is dragging a square around this little butterfly, and then I can move him over to wherever I want. Then I've just clicked and it is placed there now, and I can repeat the process if I want to. Then if I grab the entire design again, it's all back to the same in one big group, let's just call it that. And then I can go ahead and format it the way that I want, because with the 40-ounce tumbler wraps, we want the design to be an entire wrap from top to bottom. So to make this stretch out to fill out the entire width of the design, I'm just holding down my shift key, and then I'm just dragging this way so that I can manipulate it as much as I want to. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it basically all the way to the edge, which is right there. And then I'm going to move it up till it's just about centered. I want to leave a little bit of space at the top and then a little bit of space at the bottom, just because I don't want any part of the leaves to get cut off. So since I don't want this part of the butterfly to have a cut off wing, I'm just going to double click again and then grab this butterfly and move it over here. And I accidentally didn't grab all of the little nodes here, so you can see what it did because it's just moving however I want it to. So I need to make sure that I grab the entire thing. Once I've grabbed it like that, I'm actually just going to delete it. That way I don't have anything that is cut off, and then go ahead and grab this one again. You do have to keep making sure that you've double clicked so that you see all of the little dots or the little circles to make sure that it's actually being able to be selected. Now, if I continue moving on down this line, you'll see that there are some of the other leaves that would end up being cut off, meaning that the laser would just cut off exactly where the design is, so it would look like it was unfinished. So I'm just going to click on the design, bring it in just a little bit so that I can get rid of these. So just like with the butterfly, I'm going to select these parts as much as possible and then just delete them. So I've just double clicked this. The bigger that you make it, and you can always shrink it back down, the easier that it's going to be to correctly grab them. So I'm stretching it out much larger than what it's going to be, and then moving it over. That way it's much easier for me to grab all of those little dots that I need to. So now I've just double clicked it, and then I'm just going to highlight exactly kind of like where it ends. You can see the little dots being highlighted, and then click delete. Then I can go back like this to make sure that it looks exactly how I want it, which that looks fine. It looks like it naturally ended there. And so now I just need to take care of this part, and this part will be fine here, but these two little pieces right here, I'm gonna just remove this one altogether and then try to make this one look as natural as possible on the end. Okay, so now I have the leaves looking like they end somewhat naturally over there. This one could be fixed just a little bit more, but just for sake of demonstration purposes, this is what I would need to now download and take over to my Photoshop mockup. So to download this, you're just going to want to click on share over here, and then we're going to click on download project, and we're going to make sure that this is selected to be an SVG, which is right here. And then I'm still going to make sure that I've clicked remove background and optimize quality. The millimeter stayed the same, so we are good to go there. So over here in Photoshop, this is the tumbler that I use for the mockups. So if I click on this layer here, which is metal color, you can see that I can change it to any of these other colors to get a really different type of effect that pops on the mockup on Etsy. So I can change it to gold, I can change it to this bronze color, I can change it to this like reddish looking color, anything that really fits the design better. So for this one, I'm actually going to do the rainbow one just because I like this one. And then I'll just go ahead and click out of this one and make sure that I've clicked save. And I will have a link to this mockup down in the description below. I did just get this off of Etsy. So as you can see, it really changed the effect of this older butterfly floral one that I had done. So now let's go ahead and add the cat in here. So I'm just clicking on the left panel, and you do have to add these in individually for the 3 different sides of your tumbler. So I'm just dragging in my design, and then I'm just going to fill it out till it meets the sides appropriately. So down, it will go out fast like that, so just be careful. Just line it up with the sides like that, and then I'm going to make sure that I pull it over to the side just like that, and then turn off the old layer, and then you'll be able to see your new design here, and then you just click save. Now you can see that it's updated over here on this one, so I'll just repeat the process with the other 2 panels. Okay, so now you can see the finished product. You can see the cat right here centered in the middle, butterflies, the florals, and the little leaves down here. So just a few clicks of a button to make a full laser tumbler wrap. So one of the easiest ways to quickly create these. Back over here in Kittle, I want to show you their new pen tool option, which is this little guy down here. And so what this allows you to do is actually draw, and you can do this with the lines. So now I can move it over, I can move it this way. It gives you full range to be able to create anything that you want. So if I wanted to freestyle this and basically do like the doodle type of a style of design and create it in an SVG format, I'm now able to easily do that with the new Kittle pen tool. Okay, so I wanted to show you this example of a design when you have a really great design that comes out like this, but it's a 1-to-1 square ratio, and you need to be able to fill out the sides really easily with similar types of doodle designs. So for this one, all I did was cute ghosts and sunflowers and some butterflies. It's still on the coloring book vector style. So then I'm just going to delete everything and type in the word butterfly, and then switch it to the line art one. So this is in hopes that I just get a single butterfly that I can add here and move around a couple times to fill in some of the parts up here. And then I can repeat the process with some little dots, but they still all need to be in the vector style format so that I can still, of course, save it as an SVG. Okay, so this one is perfect. So I'm just going to size it down just a little bit like this, and then I'm going to Control C, Control V to copy and paste it over here. And then I'm going to make sure and rotate it like this. Sometimes I've noticed on the vintage style drawing ones that if you double click it, it will not populate all of the little circles or nodes or whatever they're technically called. So do make sure that when you check it to double click it so that it is really truly being saved in an SVG format. So for example, like if you were to pull this one in over here from the suggested or more in this style, like if I double click it, it is not an SVG. So if it was a true SVG output, then you would be able to do that. So now I'm just going to generate again to get an additional butterfly or a couple, and then I'm going to repeat the process with some more sunflowers and some little doodle hearts. Okay, so this is the final finished product. I just generated sunflowers, and I'm just doing this by saying doodle heart or doodle sunflower. Sometimes it's just a heart. I like using the line art style because it will often leave a lot of negative space in between the lines, so that when you do the laser, that has a lot of the powder coating still included along with the etching. So for example, the darker or the more filled in it is going to be, the more metal is going to show in that particular space. So if you'll notice on this one, this is going to be completely etched out in this part, just like with the eyes and with this part. So I like this type of style just because it's a mix of both, so you can really tell the design style when it's actually being engraved. Okay, and so here is the finished little ghost sunflower design. I switched it to the bronze or the more orange metal color just because I thought that this would be cute if someone was making this design for Halloween with the black and the orange with the ghosts, and kind of like a more fallish design with this particular color choice. And if you do mock them up, I would recommend trying to, again, choose a metal choice that goes well with the design of a different color to increase that click-through rate and sales, because I've just noticed that when it's not just the traditional silver etching, they tend to sell better. So overall, I think that this is a really, really cute fall design or Halloween design. It could be made even more fallish with pumpkins instead of butterflies and sunflowers. But this is a good cross niche with the sunflowers, since I know that that is a particular trending keyword along with the ghosts themselves. So I'm really happy with the way that this one turned out. Again, if you've never downloaded that sizing guide, it does contain the sizings for this with the 20-ounce lasers, as well as all of the other normal creative digital designs that I teach about on this channel. So do be sure to check out that free community. It will be linked down in the description below where you can find that sizing guide. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.